Hey everyone, and welcome back. So today we're finally going to be unboxing the Cyber Shadow Deluxe Edition, which, if you don't know, is probably my favorite Switch 1 game, and I've been waiting for this physical edition forever. And it's actually really weird because I picked this package up on my way out of town on vacation. So I had it with me the whole time, and I had to fight the urge on a daily basis to unbox it, so I could wait to share it with all of you. So without further ado, we're going to jump in and unbox this thing. Just remember, please hit that like button to help support the channel, and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already. So to be completely transparent, the only part of this package I already opened is this outer shell here on one side, simply because I was expecting more than one package from the same place, and I really wanted to make sure that this was Cyber Shadow before obviously starting to record the video. So I was super pumped to see that this actually was Cyber Shadow, and let's get started on opening this thing up. At the same time, I want to give props to Super Rare Games because this thing is really well packaged. I can even see here the foam inserts on every side to make sure the box doesn't get bent in any way. It's also coming from the UK, so it was international shipping, and it got here, I would say, in under a week, which is actually really decent. Now, as you can see, like I said, everything is really well packaged here. Let me just make sure we got all the tape off. And like I said, these foam inserts are really awesome. They're actually shaped almost perfectly for the box, and they seem to have kept everything really nicely in place. Now obviously we have the super rare little thank you for your purchase here, telling you that you have 14 days in case you have any problems with the package. Hopefully we won't, because since I had it with me on vacation, we're getting pretty darn close to that 14-day limit, but who knows, we'll see as we open things up. So let's put the box aside, we won't need this anymore, and take a look at what we're all here to actually see. So on top of it being wrapped in foam, it's bubble wrapped. Once again, appreciated, making sure that everything stays in tip-top shape. And this is like that sticky bubble wrap, so you can just tear here at the seam. And oh my god, I've been waiting years for this to finally have a physical version of this game in my hands. And we're just about to peek inside. But before, I just want to take a couple of seconds to marvel at the outer box before we even open it up. This is release 128 from Super Rare Games. I'm not really doing a full collection of Super Rare Games, but for anyone who is, this is the 128th release, so you've got 127 other games to pick up in the official release catalog. So I'm just going through all the different sides of the box. Honestly, the front here, beautiful artwork, very iconic for the game. You've got your little robot companion with you, and you've got your main protagonist here. Honestly beautiful. At the back, we have a quick description. The world has been taken over by synthetic life forms. A desperate plea for help sets Shadow, the sole survivor of his clan, on one last mission: to uncover what started the path to perpetual ruin. Honestly, short description, a few little screen captures here, but if you're picking this game up or this physical copy up, you probably already know what you're in for, so you don't need any more convincing with a description or anything. So let's open this up delicately, making sure I'm not touching any of the cardboard, and we are going to peer inside. So, like I said, just getting this open. Bang. Oof, that ASMR. Awesome plastic opening. Now, let me just see how this opens exactly. I think it's a clamshell. It is sort of a clamshell box. So, boom. Here we go. Obviously, we've got our physical copy of the game. And if you're getting the basic edition, this looks like the exact same thing you're going to get. There is most likely something inside. It is feeling a bit weighty, so most likely parts of the inclusions are going to be in this box, but let's keep that till the end. Let's look at everything else we have here. So foam insert to keep that all nicely set up. And first, we have our two-sided mini poster of Cyber Shadow here with the clan on one side, and there's like a little bit of residue from the foam. Just gonna brush that off. I was worried that it was actually paint or something that didn't set right. Well, this is printed, but you know what I mean, ink. And on the other side, we have a quick little view of our Cyber Companion. So let's put this aside. Next, we have the pins. Now, we have the Cyber Shadow pin here. So Shadow here, swinging his sword. Very, very nice. We're going to open this up. But keep it all nicely placed afterwards. So here we have Cyber Shadow. Sorry, not Cyber. Shadow swinging his sword. And it's actually a double pin, so that's actually pretty nice, because that means if you do decide to put it on your clothing, it won't be turning on its own. It's always going to be the right way around. Next, we have basically, this is the not precursor, one of the first bosses you meet in the game, basically. After that, we've got what is pretty much the one of the main antagonists of the game, which you're going to fight on multiple occasions in different forms. And finally, we have the man, once again, Shadow himself. Like I said, there's a little bit of residue from the packaging in here, so might want to brush this off once I've got done. Next, we've got the sticker sheet. Once again, going to be keeping this all as is. Obviously, I'm not going to be using these stickers. This is just going to be like part of a package I'm going to be keeping together. But pretty nice little inclusion here. And probably one of the biggest parts of this whole little package here is the soundtrack. Now, this we're going to be opening up as well. It is probably, I would say, one of the best modern soundtracks for a video game. And most likely you've been enjoying it in the background, because I will be putting the a little bit of background music from the series, from the game, during this whole video. So you've been enjoying it most likely this whole time. But I've got to say, it is one of the strongest and best soundtracks for a modern game. And this is a 2 CD soundtrack. I just want to see what the CDs actually look like, see if there's any printing on them. Oh, disc 1 with the Cyber Shadow pattern on it. Let's take a look at disc 2. Next we have disc 2, once again with the pattern on it. Now, if we look at the track list here, we've got disc 1 with 33 different tracks and disc 2 with 34 different tracks. And if you watch the Deal videos on a regular basis and you didn't know, basically the soundtrack to the sizzle reel of Deals is a Cyber Shadow track. As I said, this is one of my favorite Switch games, and that is why. And I love this when you fold this open, you've got a beautiful close-up of Shadow's face here. And like I said, other side, nice artwork here where you actually see the original form of Shadow, because if you don't know, Shadow's like a spirit of a ninja that's been locked in a cybernetic body to give him one last chance to save his clan and the world. So basically, don't want to spoil too much of the storyline, but there is a storyline to the game. It's not just about ninja action, although that is a big part of it. And once again, we've got a super rare sticker here. Like I said, the only thing I'm sort of a little disappointed is all this like little residue, but it seems to be cleaning off pretty easily. I'm going to be using like a air gun after all of this and making sure that we get all this little residue out. And lastly, we have the collector cards here. Now, I'm saying lastly, but obviously we're going to be opening up the game at the end. But we've got the collector cards, and let's see. Now, I heard from a buddy on the channel that unfortunately, not all the cards are included here, and there are some exclusive ones that I'm going to have to pick up after on eBay, but I will be looking at that once I sort of get a grasp on what exactly is missing. So we've got Shadow with a brief description, a warrior with the innate ability to sense memories of others. Through the flow of essence, he can share their experience and absorb their skills. So there's like a Mega Man component to this game, you know, absorbing the skills of your opponents and your friends. Next we have Elgion, which is a friendly robot guiding Shadow through the depths of Mecha City. Even if Elgion is destroyed or deactivated, he mysteriously reappears soon after. Next we have Master, which is the head of the ninja clan and interpreter of the dragon's absolute wisdom. She's an oracle trained to sense and balance the world's divine essence. And the back of the cards, by the way, are all the same, which is why I'm not showing the back of each and every card. Next we have Dr. Progen, once celebrated for his ingenious inventions. Roboticist Dr. Progen went mad with grief after his daughter was injured in a tragic accident. This is sort of your Dr. Wily of the game. Next we have a Cyber Shadow limited edition card, and we also have the reflective edition of the card. So like I said, I heard from a buddy that there's another card that I would be missing in this pack that you had to buy separately, which I will be looking for once I get a handle, like I said, on everything that is included and is not included in this pack. So overall, a pretty nice combo in this clamshell. I'm going to be putting this aside. We're going to open up the main game, and then we're going to be taking a look at everything, you know, like together here. So last but definitely not least, it is time to actually see what was most likely the masterpiece of this collection, the main game itself. And by the way, if we look quickly, it is the same artwork on the back here, the same description as we get on the bigger box. So it's basically a copy-paste one of the other, which is perfectly fine, but the front artwork is different. And if you didn't know, if you want to take a look at the shirt I have on today at the beginning of the video, it is this artwork that is on the shirt that I had made. It is a custom-made t-shirt that I just basically made myself. Oh, and we've got the artwork on the inside here of the label, which matches the inside of this CD that we were looking at earlier. So, just gonna put this aside, and we're gonna get this all back together for the final shot. Lastly, we've got what looks to be like a tiny guide or instruction manual. Let's take a look at this. Honestly, it's actually just a mini art book. So it's not an instruction manual, it's a mini art book. So we've got a lot of the main artworks for the game. If you look online, if you look at the press kits, these are the main artworks you'll find for a lot of the game. Like I said, this one, however, I don't remember seeing before. And like I said, it's really cool because you get to see Shadow in his human form that you don't really, you only see, I think, in one brief cutscene during the whole game. And then basically we finish up with the awesome fist from Predator. If you guys know the scene where Arnold and the guy who played in Rocky basically grasp Carl Weathers grasp hands in their, you know, with their awesome massive biceps in that like awesome handshake. Well, this is Shovel Knight and Shadow doing the exact same thing. A nice close-up on their hands clasping in that awesome buddies, at the same time trying to show off and see who's the top dog. And lastly, We've got a little awesome like artwork here with Elgion in a sort of celebratory birthday-like looking artwork. Honestly, a nice little surprise on the inside here. So let me get this all together, set up for a final shot here so that we can see everything included in this pack. So here we have everything together in hand that is included in the deluxe edition of Cyber Shadow. We have the awesome clamshell box, which is going to look awesome on a shelf. We have the standard edition of the game with the cartridge inside that we just took a look at. We have sticker sheet plus the super rare games sticker sheet with Cyber Shadow highlighting the super rare logo. We've got the collector cards. We've got this little two-sided mini poster. We've got the pins here, or the pin set. These are actually magnets, and this is a pin. So 3 magnets and a pin. Honestly, amazing set. Amazing way to finally get this awesome Switch game in hand. My highlights of this is definitely the soundtrack, to finally have it on official CD, and obviously be able to have the game on a physical cartridge for years to come. I forgot as well the tiny little art book here on the inside with some what looks like fairly original art as well, like at least 1 or 2 pieces I don't remember seeing in the original press kits. Overall, super happy to finally have this in hand. Let me know what you all think about the Cyber Shadow Deluxe Edition. Did you pick it up for yourself? Are you as happy with it as I am? Let me know in the comments down below. As usual, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and as usual, I hope I'll see all of you in my next video.